William, I love that flower.
It's the holidays, Judy, and it is time to celebrate.
And we have something to celebrate, our 500th episode, and we'll tell you more about that next on Garden Time. Welcome to Portland Nursery, and welcome to Garden Time in our 500th episode.
That is right, 13 seasons, and we have reached today our 500th episode.
So today at Portland Nursery on Stark Street, we're having a big celebration from 10 to 2, and later in the show, we'll be giving you all those details.
And also on the show, we are going to be showing you a simple and easy recipe.
We'll also be telling you about some timber press books and how you might be able to take one home.
But coming up first, November's Tips of the Month in the Garden with Jan McNeilan. So I'm out here with Jan McNeilan, and Jan, this is the last Tips of the Month for this season of Garden Time, and there are still things to do in the garden. Let's talk right here about this mahonia because it is stunning.
It's Mahonia lamarifolia, and it's about 20 years old, I think, now. And what's neat about it is this time of year in November, the hummingbirds are all over it, and on warmer days when it's not as windy as today, honeybees are on it too.
Which is this is such a great plant for that because they're still here. Hummingbirds are still flying around.
Yeah,
it's getting cold for us, but they're here.
Yeah, the annas are here all winter.
Nice.
So
they'll use it
great.
As long as it's blooming.
They will, and it'll be blooming for at least another month or so.
Now, when you see this, though, you're going to want to buy one, but it's okay.
It's
to do
okay
that and plant it still.
If you can find one and want to get one, it's a nice specimen.
Right.
And it could be planted now. Make sure you water it even though we've had some rain, we haven't had enough rain.
Yeah, not near
and if you have anything else in pots that you meant to plant and haven't, you still can do that. Either that or mulch it. And what I do is on the south side of the garage, I put pots and mulch them with leaves and then fir boughs that come down
and you do the south side because that's where the heat we get.
Heat reflection, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So then, if we do get the plants, let's go on inside and chat as we go in here now because
out of the wind.
It's a little chilly.
Right.
If we get those plants, we can still plant them and then just continue to remember to water them until we get our normal rains this time of year.
And then new plants next summer are going to need water all summer long. You can't just plant it and say it's fine and leave it because you'll lose it over the summer if it's newly planted.
Right. Now, what else are we thinking about doing
just cleaning, just general sanitation, clean up, pull your annuals, get stuff trimmed back, trim your roses back so they don't rock in the wind. Don't prune them all the way down, but just hip high.
Yeah.
And just general cleanup.
And do you think, Jan, that, because I noticed when I was doing some cleanup just recently in the last couple of days, a lot of the annuals that had already kind of frosted and died out were already kind of getting a white moldy kind of stuff on them.
Yeah.
Do you want to cut that out before you put leaves on things then?
Well, you can, or you can mulch over the top of it. In the long run, it's just going to compost.
Compost right down.
Right, but if you have something that has a lot of disease on it, then leave it out of your compost because you don't want to contaminate your compost.
And then what else?
What else? Well, in general, I think that's all I'm going to do, except for my citrus is blooming like crazy.
It's just not going to give up the ghost, is it?
No, it's not. So I am going to have to put it in the garage and see what happens over the winter.
So Jan, you also have a great tip for us about leaf raking, which a lot of us are doing at this time of year in our lawns.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of deciduous trees here. And what I've done over the years is just rake them into the bed and let it be mulch. If you haul them off and take them somewhere else, that's gold.
Yeah,
that's compost. And I figure why haul them off, compost them, and bring the compost back to the garden.
Yeah. Well, you know, there it is. We say that year-round there is always something to do in the garden, and thanks to Jan, she can always show us how. And also, we wanted to tell you all that, you know, our 500th episode is happening, and of those 500, 125 of them have been done with Jan, giving us great information. So we look forward to doing this all again next year then, right?
Right. Do it again.
Kick off your holidays right with a stop at a vintage flea. One stop puts you right in the middle of a holiday shopping paradise. We have everything from new handcrafted gifts to unique vintage items, plus Christmas trees and wreaths. There is something to please anyone on your list. We even have holiday treats to enjoy. Make your holiday shopping easier with a stop at a vintage flea.
Don't let the cold and wet get you this winter. Warm up to a season of heat with Grimm's Fuel. Grimm's has plenty of wood and heating oil ready to deliver to keep you warm all winter long. Stay warm and cozy with Grimm's Fuel. Next September, join Garden Time as we tour gardens in Italy, the French Riviera, and Provence. We'll see the stunning villas and gardens of Verena and Lake Como, including Isola Bella on Lake Maggiore. Then we travel to the French Riviera to see the Hanbury Botanic Gardens and the amazing Rothschild Villa and Garden. Our next stop in Provence will include visits and tours of private and public gardens in the French countryside. You'll also enjoy colorful Provençal markets, wine tasting, and Roman ruins. We end our tour back in Nice with its incredible old city and flower market. But don't worry, we'll have plenty of time for enjoying traditional dining in cafes and bistros. We'll stay in luxury hotels with 23 of your meals and private coach transportation included. Mark your calendar for this incredible tour, then sign up to join us. And if you book now, you could save up to $250 per person. Go to the Garden Time website and click on the tours link for all the details. And we'll see you in Europe.
I'm at Portland Nursery on Stark Street with Sarah. And Sarah, you know, I see you guys are getting ready for the holidays, and I think all of us should get ready starting to decorate, and you really can help us with that, can't you?
We really can. It seems like it's in the air now. The holidays are here, so we've got a lot of fresh greens, which is my favorite to make a wreath. It's a lot easier than you would think, and we offer classes as well. And private classes if you have a big group that wants to do it together. So that's a really fun thing that we do. We've got kissing balls, which are kind of replacing mistletoe, because that can be either hard to find or it doesn't look very great after a little bit. So kissing balls are a very new, cool thing that we're doing. And then just lots of Christmas ornaments and decorations, and of course houseplants and Christmas
look at
cactus and things like that. So.
Well, I like it too that you can come because you have all the pieces and parts, and so you can come and build your own, and I'm sure people can help us pick things out, but the classes are really, I think, so much fun. And you do it at both stores? Yes,
we do. And just if you want to book one, you can book it, I believe, any day of the week, but just call ahead of time because they fill up pretty quick.
Oh, I bet. That's so much fun, and it's your favorite thing to do, making a wreath, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and the classes are great because it is a $30 charge for supplies, but you get, plenty of that. We provide the tools and greens and everything. So yeah, it's such a fun way to be artistic and celebrate the holidays, and then be proud of it hanging on your door.
Of course.
Yeah.
And today is kind of a special day, and thank you so much to Portland Nursery for hosting us. And so it's our 500th episode celebration here at Portland Nursery. So where are we going to be?
We're going to be in the back greenhouse. Okay. We're so happy to have you here. We're really excited, and it's going to be a great event that is coming together. We've got lots of different things going on here.
Oh, we've got so many raffles.
Yeah, giveaways. The Garden Time t-shirts, how often do you say?
Every half hour there's going to be a raffle, so make sure that you sign up. And Timber Press books, they're a Portland publisher, and then gift card, a gift card to Portland Nursery, which is so great. And then Bauman Cider is going to be here with samples, and you can buy cider to take home. So really something great.
Such a treat.
It
the
is
cider,
such a treat,
yeah.
Yes. And so the time is going to be 10 to 2, and we're cutting cake at 11, So make sure that you come for that time. And really, it's going to be so much fun to meet and greet. William and I are going to be here to talk to you guys, and the producers, Teresa and Jeff, are going to be here. So it's really going to be just a love fest of Garden Time here at Portland Nursery, one of our favorite nurseries in Portland.
We're going to have a lot of fun. So,
I think it's going to be great.
Good.
So go to gardentime.tv and you can find out all the things going on at Portland Nursery. Those classes are so much fun, plus all the time of the celebration today for Garden Time. Well, thanks so much, and thanks again for hosting.
Thank you.
We are at Owls in Wilsonville, and remember a few weeks ago we introduced you to Rachel Biggie, who's part of the Owls family, and about her work with Souls for Souls, and she was collecting shoes for that charity.
Well, we are delighted to let all of you know that Rachel has told us that the event is now closed, and in the process, they were donated over 1,000 pair of shoes.
So we want to thank all the Garden Time viewers and the Al's customers that participated in this wonderful event.
Garden Time is brought to you by Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people.
The seasons are definitely changing, but at Portland Nursery, the one thing that never changes is our commitment to you, our customer. Whether it's helping you get ready for the holidays or getting your garden ready for the next growing season, Portland Nursery has the experts to help you prepare. Stop by and see what's new for your home or garden, then take home something special for the season. Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people, at 50th and Stark or 90th and Division.
I'm preparing some tasty treats at Standard TV and Appliance. Frigidaire's French door smudge-proof stainless steel is perfect for large party trays. Plus, my famous game day wings always turn out great in Frigidaire's quick bake convection range. Make your game day a win with Frigidaire appliances at Standard TV and Appliance, with package savings up to $4,500. Since 1947, Standard TV and Appliance.
Extend your growing season and escape to your own garden retreat in a Solex greenhouse from the Greenhouse Catalog. There is nothing like the taste of a bright, red, juicy, homegrown tomato. The bright, warm, durable design of a Solex greenhouse provides plenty of room to nurture your plants and enjoy your passion for years. Choose from 5 Solex greenhouse models or build your own with Solex panels. For all your gardening, greenhouse, and specialty growing needs, visit greenhousecatalog.com or give us a call.
This is one of my favorite segments. I'm at Timber Press with Tom Fisher, and it's like our very own publishing company here right in Portland. And Tom, you do so many books, and I know it's so hard to select just a few. So we have a good selection here for gift giving or friends or family or our own reading this winter.
Yeah, I think we've got a little bit of something for everyone, Judy.
And so our native bees, and so bees have really been a hot topic these past years.
They are, because so many people don't realize that we have our own native bee species. It's not just honeybees. I mean, honeybees are important, especially for agricultural crops, but there are literally hundreds of species of native bees that are equally important. I mean, they fertilize native plants, and they have the potential to do a lot more. I mean, for example, bumblebees are the only bee that can fertilize tomatoes.
That is so fascinating, because you wouldn't think it was just one species that does that.
No, and it's because they vibrate their wings at a particular frequency that dislodges the pollen and enables the plant to be fertilized. And other bees simply can't do that. And for example, orchard bees have the potential to pollinate crops like almond trees. I mean, there's a whole lot of potential out there that people don't know about. And unfortunately, many species are endangered because of habitat destruction. So there's fascinating information in this book about their habitats, about their ecological importance, and just about how fascinating all these native bee species are.
And I think it helps us be better gardeners because we can have better crops, and we help the environment, and we help ourselves.
Right, and there are things you can do in your garden to encourage native bees to reproduce and be healthy.
Yeah, it was a really fascinating book. And here's another one for maybe the techies in our group.
Yes, gardening under lights. I mean, there's so much you can do if you have an indoor light setup. You can grow herb seedlings and vegetable seedlings. You can start your perennials. You can grow succulents and orchids and African violets. And the thing is, lighting technology has changed so much recently that there's just a lot of information out there that hasn't really trickled down to ordinary gardeners. I mean, LED lights, for example, are excellent. They last a long time. They produce just the right kind of light for growing indoor crops, and they produce much less heat than other kinds of lighting. So the information in this book covers lighting, it covers watering and fertilizing and how to care for all these different groups of plants. It's a ton of information. So you can pick and choose for what your needs are. But the message is there's so much you can do with a simple indoor light setup.
Right, right. You don't have to have a big garden.
Not at all.
At all. And it tells the science of how plants work, and I think that's so great. We all had that in sixth grade science, but we kind of forgot, so it really kind of goes over that again.
Good to be reminded.
And then, of course, we have to talk about the Pinterest people in our group.
Yes, this is fun. If you're at all craft oriented, you will have such fun with this book, Handmade Houseplants by Corey Beth Hogg. Corey is a very well-known crafter based in New York, and what to show you how to create incredibly lifelike houseplants out of paper. And it's really easy to do.
I love it.
She gives you the stencils and tells you how to blow them up, all the materials you need, how to paint the leaves, how to attach them to the stems, how to make these great little arrangements. And they're just amazingly lifelike. So if you've had difficulty with living houseplants, or you consider yourself a brown thumb, this is a great alternative, and you can have such fun doing it.
And your office did this, so what a fun kind of group activity to do. Invite your friends over and make some plants.
Yeah.
You don't have to propagate them. All right. And then something for, maybe we all need this because we have busy lives, stressful lives.
do.
Creating a sanctuary.
We do, and mindfulness is such a hot topic right now. People need to find places where they feel calm and safe and can just kind of recalibrate internally. And Jessie Bloom knows exactly how to do that. She goes about telling you how to find your own personal sacred space. It could be in your garden, it could be in a park, it could be at the beach, it could be really anywhere. And how to go about decorating it, thinking about it, being in it. And then she talks about plants that you can use to produce teas and aromatic oils and tinctures, all the things that contribute to well-being and health. And actually, in the very end, she gives a whole calendar of things you can do day by day to create your own personal sanctuary and just cultivate that mindfulness and calm that is so lacking in our lives today.
Very much. And I love the idea that you don't have to go to faraway places.
No, not at all.
You can do it right in your home, right in your garden.
Yep.
That is wonderful. And then I like this one, I think, because it's very concise.
It is. This is a great little gift book, and also good for experienced gardeners. Ground Rules, 100 Easy Lessons for Growing a More Glorious Garden by Kate Fry, who's a very well-known garden designer. This is 100 simple little lessons about how to make your garden better, about plant choice, about caring for the soil, about water use, about very elementary tips about garden design. But if you absorb these little lessons, you will become a better gardener, and they're really easy to assimilate and easy to get through, and you can pick and choose, and there are really, really lovely photographs to accompany each one. So whether you're a beginning gardener or an experienced gardener who just wants a little bit of a refresher course, it's a great choice.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice gift for maybe someone with a new garden or someone that you want to kind of help, you want to be a coach.
Exactly.
Beautiful. And then this I thought was such a lovely book and such a thoughtful book.
It is. Tova Martin is one of my favorite writers. She's known mainly as a houseplant expert, but she's really an all-round great gardener. And this book takes us through the seasons, summer, spring, fall, and winter, with little essays on our senses and how to sort of stimulate our senses in every season. When you go out in the spring and you smell lilacs, or when in the summer when you hear the sensations of foliage and birds, and it's being intensely immersed in your garden and really heightening each of your five senses by being in the garden. And the writing is lovely, and there's actually good practical information in it as well. But really, if you're a gardener, it just takes you into that realm where all the sensations you experience are so intense and so precious. So I think for a gardener at any level of experience, it's just a delightful way to relive those experiences.
Yeah, I really like that one. And it just kind of reminds us it's just not all about pulling weeds.
Exactly.
And this is just a pretty, pretty book.
It is.
And interesting.
Garden Lust, which is a slightly racy title. Chris Woods, the author, was the first director of Chanticleer, that wonderful public garden in eastern Pennsylvania. And Chris went all over the world to discover the most exciting new gardens. All the gardens in here were begun after the year 2000, so they're all new. And many of them, I think, will be unfamiliar to most readers, but they're fascinating gardens in Asia, in South America, in Europe, in Australia, all over the place. And he talks about what's unique and distinctive about each of these gardens, whether it's the plants or the design or the way the garden fits into the wider landscape. The writing is really fun and sharp. The photographs are great, and it really gives you an idea of just just how various and fascinating new gardens are these days.
Right.
And it's beautiful just to look at. You can leave it on your coffee table and leaf through it. But for gardeners who want to just learn more about what's going on, it's a great resource.
Or even take a trip.
Sure.
So you could even take a trip with any of these books by just reading them in your own home and kind of escape to somewhere else. So if you have any other questions, we are going to do an article about some of these books in the Garden Time magazine in December, or you can go to gardentime.tv and find out where you can find these books for your friends or for yourself. Thanks so much, Tom.
You're welcome, Judy.
Garden Time is brought to you by Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
When the weekend hits, I would so much rather be hiking in the gorge or day tripping to the beach than spending all day buying a car. But when we decided to get a new Outback at Capital Subaru, we couldn't believe how smooth and quick the process was. They found us the perfect road trip car in no time. We were even able to get a hike in before sunset.
Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, lease the new 2019 Subaru Forester Premium for just $269 per month. Plus, Subaru will donate $250 to charity.
Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
Don't let the cold and wet get you this winter. Warm up to a season of heat with Grimm's Fuel. Grimm's has plenty of wood and heating oil ready to deliver to keep you warm all winter long. Stay warm and cozy with Grimm's Fuel. Venture into a magical world of ice skating, lights, and artisan vendors during Christmas in the Garden at the Oregon Garden. Enjoy a traditional Christmas market with handmade gifts, mulled wine, cozy fire pits, carolers, photos with Santa, and even an ice skating rink. Then stay the night at the Oregon Garden Resort in historic Silverton. Christmas in the Garden is open through New Year's with activities changing daily. Visit OregonGarden.org for details. Create a new holiday tradition at the Oregon Garden.
Do you have a leaning or broken fence? Fix a broken fence with ease. Made in Oregon, the sturdy fence post bracket can mend your drooping fence. Strong winds, falling debris, dry rot, and wayward drivers can all cause havoc on your once sturdy fence. Our sturdy bracket attaches to your existing fence and is easily installed in 30 minutes. Limit waste, materials, and save money by fixing your existing fence. Purchase online at sturdfence.com or visit participating Par Lumber and Pro Build stores.
Well, it is delightful to be here at Northwest Natural Appliance Center, and I am with Chef Ann Lou. Now, Chef, tell me about, first of all, your restaurant. Where is it that you work?
I am the chef owner of Tapalaya Restaurant. It is located on Northeast 28th Avenue, right here in Portland.
Wonderful. Now, I am so happy that you're here because we are going to be looking at one of the delicious meals that you actually make at the restaurant, but you're going to be making it here, so tell me what it is.
Yes, so I'm about to make you a fall vegetable hash that's a menu item on our brunch menu. We're open for brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 to 2.
Well, it sounds delicious already, so tell me about what it is exactly that goes into it, because I would think hash would be potatoes, which I see there.
So I've got my olive oil blend, and I'm going to be frying some potatoes in it right now. These are just russet potatoes. I've par cooked them a little bit. They're par fried, so the best potatoes are twice cooked.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the pan super hot with the oil. We want to make sure the pan's hot so it gets nice, so that gets the potatoes nice and crispy.
And while you're cooking those up, I see that we are here at Northwest, and they clearly use natural gas here.
Yes.
But I would bet that at your restaurant you also have natural gas.
Well, yes, it's an industry standard to have natural gas in your restaurant.
So
it's a must.
While you're cooking that up, tell me why. Why do you like cooking with it so much?
It's really convenient. Having the ability to control a direct flame, how hot or how low or high you want it, is so convenient for cooking meal after meal after meal. You know, you don't have time for you to wait for something to heat up without a direct flame.
And I would think that actually you can do that rather quickly because of the light flame.
Yes, the flame gets super hot. It's so convenient to just turn a knob to light something instead of physically going to light it every single time or not having a direct flame at all. It's super affordable as a business owner. Having natural gas is the most important thing, one of the most important utilities to have, and one of the cheapest. So I feel like it would be very hard to have a restaurant without
to
natural
cook the way
gas.
that you want to cook and are known for cooking.
Yes.
With that makes sense to me. Well, I'm going to let you finish the potatoes up and get those going, and then we'll come back and do some more chatting.
Yes.
Okay, now it looks to me like those are probably ready, right?
Yeah, so
what
now,
is the next step?
Now I'm going to add my vegetable medley. Ooh, yeah, that's a good noise.
Yeah, that is a good noise. And for that, you know, what you're doing, clearly produce, and I see eggs are coming into this, but you really do care about where your produce and eggs come from, don't you?
Yeah, I like to use the local stuff. It tastes better and it's easier to get.
Right, right.
Our eggs are coming from Wilcox Farms in Wilsonville, Oregon. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna add a little garlic to this and a little squeeze of lemon for some freshness. I'm also going to sprinkle some of our Cajun seasoning mixed with some of our house 5-spice seasoning that we make at the restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then all of that is just, you're going to wait, the last bit of the last two things I see setting over there, those are a later addition too while you're going forward, right?
Yep, so right now I'm going to start my egg. And this is pretty much done. We can let this hang out in the pan.
Well, it
let
smells
the
delicious.
flavors meld together.
Well, you know what? While you do the egg, we're going to take one last break, and then when we come back all together, we'll have it sorted out and see how beautiful it looks.
Yep.
Okay, Chef Ann Lou, I have to say that this looks absolutely delicious.
Thank you. So I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of this Thai basil sauce that we make at the restaurant.
Wonderful.
It's very light and fresh. It's got lime juice and lemongrass in it too, and lots of Thai basil. And then sprinkle a little bit of crushed parsley for a little garnish and freshness.
So this looks delicious, and where do people go if they want to get this? Tell me your place again.
We're at Tapalaya on Northeast 28th Avenue, and you can visit our website at tapalaya.com to find all of our menus.
Well, and also, you know, if you would have some interest in looking into a new gas appliance, into a grill or a barbecue grill, fireplace, so many options, you can always go to Northwest Natural Appliance Center. To find that, you can go to gardentime.tv. Not only will we click you over to their website, we'll also click you over to the restaurant's website. Thank you so much.
We want to thank you for watching our 500th episode today.
We also really wanted to thank Portland Nursery for helping us celebrate it right here. And we wanted to thank all of you viewers for watching us every weekend.
So for more information about today's show, please go to gardentime.tv.
We look forward to doing this again one more time this year, next week, right here on Garden Time.
The proceeding was a paid program of the Guston Creative Group and its sponsors.